Hey guys, it's Gina, and welcome to my Weight Watcher Weekly and weigh-in results for the week of, I went on November 7th. I almost don't want to keep you in suspense, but I will for a little while anyways. So the weekly this week was use your beans. Now, I'll be honest, I know people, and you could very well know them as well, who have trouble with beans. They don't sit well with them, or they make them gain. You know, there's lots of reasons. Myself, personally, I haven't had a huge experience with beans other than pinto beans, and I know that I did gain, but I'm going to... we're going to get through this, and then when we get to it, I'm going to talk a little bit about the shared recipe this week. So it's called Use Your Beans. And the Gina needs her glasses so that she can use her eye. Bump. And if you guys don't know what I mean, then you haven't been following the Gina for very long. And at some point in time, I will share that story with you. Okay, so here we go. Whew, I can see. Discover the delicious variety of plant-based proteins. So it's talking about legumes, proteins, beans, things that we can get our proteins from that are plant-based, not animal-based. So that's what this week is focusing on. It says, use your bean. Protein is a building block. Good to know. Which of course we do know. We all know that we need protein. Depends on where we get it from, because many people don't use animal-based, animal products. So they got to get their proteins from somewhere, or they're not going to be healthy, and we do know that. Protein is a building block of your cells. It helps you repair tissues and strengthen bones. It promotes the health of muscles, cartilage, skin, and blood too. So, build your proteins up, people. And I'm going to try that with all my might this week and see if it makes a difference one way or the other, because I had a really good week, but I'm trying to build my proteins. Although, you probably couldn't tell it by today's lunch, which I didn't even talk about in my morning minute. So, I will here. I am eating, well, maybe... for my lunch, I've just brought a salad that's based with kale and cabbage, not lettuce. And there's no meat involved, but I did bring a pumpkin seed, sunflower seed mixed, 1/8 of a cup for 3 points. So my lunch with the salad dressing is only going to be 4 points. But I really don't know exactly how much protein is in it. I might have to start also using my MyFitnessPal to track my proteins. Because I don't know if Weight Watchers tracks your protein. If it does, let me know. Okay, back to this. The vegetarian sources include legumes such as beans, soybeans, peas, lentils, as well as grains and plants such as quinoa, spelt, and whole wheat bread. Yes, really. Whole wheat bread. Protein can also be a weight loss ally. It can help you feel more satisfied than other nutrients such as carbohydrates or fats, and foods high in protein tend to be lower in smart point values. Eating more plant-based proteins lets you mix things up at mealtime. It could save you money, too. In general, plant-based proteins are less expensive than animal sources. Not only that, but they are free of saturated fats that many meats like beef, pork, and lamb can have. So there is a lot of benefits to using plant-based proteins. It says what to do. Take the protein challenge. Test your knowledge of this key nutrient and get some good meal and snack ideas along the way. I did not realize I was totally covering my face. I am not refilming. Sorry, folks. I hope that wasn't covering my face the whole time, but I'm betting it was. Which has more protein? 3 ounces of tofu or 1 ounce of cheese? Tofu was 7.6 grams. Cheddar has 6.7. Both pretty good. Gotta be honest. Both pretty good in the protein realm. Half a cup of edamame or 1 beef frankfurter? The edamame has 9 grams and the hot dog has 5.6. 1 pork egg roll or 1 cup of lentil soup? The soup has 14.4 grams of protein. I love lentil soup. It's one of my favorite legume soups, or, it's one of my favorite soups in general. More plant-based proteins. Find your favorites. Black beans are 3 smart points for half a cup. Chickpeas, 3 smart points for half a cup. Kidney beans, 3 smart points for half a cup. And cannellini beans, half a cup is 2 smart points. All have 6 or 7 grams of protein in each serving. So those are good too. Think again. An unhelpful thought might be, beans are not high in protein and they're not important to my weight loss. But a helpful thought might be, beans are high in protein. Some of these just crack me up, I'm sorry. Plus, they're low in saturated fat, which drives the smart points down. Building them into meals will mix things up and help me stay within my budget. I agree with that. I'm trying, and I'll talk about that here in a minute. An unhelpful thought might be, chicken and fish are the only low smart point sources of protein, so I have to eat them every day to succeed. Okay, well, we all know that's not true. A helpful thought might be, I don't have to eat chicken and fish every day for protein. If I mix in plant-based proteins like lentils and beans, it'll keep smart points low and give me options to change things up. And then we're into the recipe, and this is what I wanted to talk about. This right here is the recipe this week, and it's called Greek style butter beans. I've never had butter beans, but they look good in here. So I bought a can. I'm going to make a small portion. It says to put 3.5 cups of canned butter beans, rinsed and drained, in the recipe. So I only bought 1 can, so I'm going to say that's probably about 2 cups. I'll have to measure it out. So, and then I'll adjust the recipe accordingly, because first of all, I don't need 3 cups of beans. Nobody in their right mind needs 3 cups of beans at one time. Of course, unless you're going to freeze them. And I froze those first set of chili beans that I made way back last winter, or last spring, I guess it was. And I just threw them out the other day, container and all, because they were bugging. Not for me. I know it works for a lot of you to freeze things up and move them on. I did freeze my, what's it called? That little casserole that I made last week. I froze all the extra portions of it, and I pulled them out and they were fine. But there's something about frozen beans, I can't get behind it. So there's that. I am committing this week to make this recipe. I bought the stuff to make this Weight Watcher recipe. I've never made one of their recipes before, so this will be a first. And we'll see if I like it or not. And that's it. Not even a coupon on the back of this one. So as far as my weight goes, did I talk about it already? I don't know if I did or didn't. I'm not real sure. So we're going to do it again, and I'll cut one of them out. But I'm on a new book. I got a new book for next week. We'll talk about this here in a minute. And this is my weigh-in, and I am 24 pounds down. I want to hit my 25. So I'm going to try my best to do that this week. I've already been talking to Julie a little bit about it. staying focused. What did I do different that I lost 3 pounds versus week before gaining 1.2, the week before that gaining 1? It was a matter of sheer determination for me. It was a matter of I have found that I do better, not when I set goals for myself, but when I set events in place. So, and I found this to be true. If I set myself a goal, I want to lose 5 pounds this month. It's discouraging to me. I'm upset. I fail, so I'm irritated, so I fail more. I give in. I have cheats. Things like that happen when I set, I want to lose X amount of weight. In opposition of that, I have found, and I have done it many times in my life, if I have an event to look forward to, a near future appointment or vacation or something where I have a small window of time, but I want to do my best between now and then to get here, whatever the case is, that works for me. So I know that pretty much, in 2 weeks, I want to go to Disneyland. Well, I am 16 pounds heavier than the last time I went to Disneyland. And I was very comfortable. I enjoyed myself. I wasn't self-conscious. Now, am I saying I can lose 16 pounds in 2 weeks? I'm not even, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that's where I was. Here's where I am. I'm on my way down. I've lost a lot of weight again. But I'm not where I was. And so I want to do my best in the next 2 weeks to, well, for one, I really want to hit my 25 pounds for sure next week. That's my even closer little time frame goal. I just really, really, really want to hit that 25 pounds. And, which I think, I don't know how the percentage loss things work, but I think that's going to make me lose my 10% as well. I don't really know how that works. Like for exact, if I lost 1.4 by next Tuesday, I would be 25 pounds down and be exactly 10% of my body weight the day I started Weight Watchers would be off if I lost 1.4 pounds by next Tuesday. Is that how it works? I'm not really sure. I don't know exactly how they get their 5%, 10%, and then even where it goes from there. But I think it would be 2 goals if I did that. And then the following week is the week, like I'd have my Weight Watchers on Tuesday, go to Disneyland, leave for Disneyland on Wednesday. So I have technically 2 weeks to the day till I leave. And I just am motivated. It motivates me to have these little expanses of time versus I want to lose 6 pounds in the next month. Do you understand the difference? There is a complete difference. So in saying that, I'm just very motivated. I hope that helps someone to see the difference in the two and to maybe steer you in maybe a different direction, something you haven't thought of before, and that maybe it will give you another option instead of, I just want to lose X amount of weight. Oops, I didn't. Now I'm upset and I'm going to go backwards. If you're new to my channel, I do say welcome and thank you for sticking with the Gina during this whole process of getting this crap off of me. I'm basically right at 1/5 of the total amount of weight that I want to lose. Right around there. So I just have to do this 4 more times. So thank you for sticking with the Gina. Thank you for coming on to see the Gina. And I appreciate y'all. I will see you Saturday for my week's worth of Morning Minutes. Bye, guys.